Aloha and welcome to the 1111 Moment of Love. Today I'm your host, Brielle. I go by Butterfly Brielle. And today we're going to be attuning to our inner earth warrior. Right now, in the Earth Walk and Whole Person events world, which is a world that I'm fairly new to, but very excited about being part of, a lot is happening. And so it is actually 12:06 my time. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, but I have so much love for my friends on the West Coast in California. And in about 4 or 5 minutes, it's going to be 11:11 a.m. your time. And so I'm tuning in today just for you, my Cali Love family, to anchor in some amazing energy today. And we're going to be doing a couple awesome things. One thing we're going to be doing is an Earth Warriors card reading. And I have a special story to share about just not just this Oracle deck, but also how it connects to my journey with Earthwalk. And as this is the Earthwalk 1111 Moment of Love, the special story is that Sadiq, who's been the one doing these mostly so far in the Earthwalk world, shout out to Sadiq. He's actually on a retreat right now, so I'm filling in for him and some of our other hosts that are going to be filling up the schedule with the Earthwalk moments are getting training right now from none other than yours truly on how to actually do this right here, what I'm doing for you guys today. So this is a combination of I'm this week's substitute for the Earthwalk Moment of Love. And I'm also just really grateful to have this opportunity to kind of just showcase to some of the people I'm training within the Earthwalk organization what the StreamYard platform that I'm using right now to do this video is all about, and kind of how it's amazing. And so one of the things I really like about it is the fact that you can put your beautiful logo up in the top corner. I have added the Whole Person Events logo to the top corner, and that's the team that I'm actually on for Earthwalk right now. So I'm kind of promoting us. You can follow us at Whole Person Events on Instagram. We have a group on Facebook, and we have an event page for our upcoming 12-day Whole Person Convergence series. I just finished an incredible journey with the 1111 tribe, and I was the marketing manager for the 1111 Unify global gathering that happened a couple of days ago. And I just feel like I could use some guidance today, and I could use like a little bit of a recentering. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tuning in to the field and doing a collective card reading for us today using this Earth Warriors Oracle. When I met Sadiq a few months ago, we did hang out one time, and I was invited over to his home after we had a meeting at the Riverside, which is where we streamed the 1010 Whole Person Gathering virtual event. And after our hard day of work, I went to his house, and I noticed that these cards were out on the coffee table in the living room. And so I immediately felt this strong resonance with the sacred work that was happening in his home as a fellow Earth Walker and fellow Earth Warrior. And so I'm excited today to do a card reading for the collective. Every time I dip into this deck, I come away with so much incredible knowledge, and I feel so held and supported by the earth. And in a time like right now, when so many of us are really just searching for what to love in life, when sometimes it can be hard to show up in love every day. And I want to make sure to honor the fact that even when you're not necessarily feeling the love, there's a way we can actually attune ourselves vibrationally to the frequency of love. And that's going to be part of the practice today. So it is right now 11:11 love moment of love. So 11:11 on the West Coast. So shout out to my 11:11 tribe and to the Me3 tribe. I feel like I go from this to this. And I'm excited to just see what comes through with this card reading today. So we're going to get started. If you're joining me and you're going to be watching the whole card reading, and I've got some friends saying aloha, aloha to friends. Make sure to allow permissions if you want your face and your name to be shown. I had this other person saying, can we be friends? I'm like, yes, we are friends. Shout out to all of my many friends around the world. It is, such a pleasure to get to just to be right now. And I think that that's one thing. Like, I posted this favorite quote of mine last night on the Earth Walk page for the 11:11 p.m. moment of love. And the quote is one of my favorite by the Dalai Lama. And it's, sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. And this is a quote that I've just always been reminded by when things do get challenging and things do take turns for what it seems like the worst, because what happens is in life is sometimes we think we're, we stomp our feet in the grocery aisle when we're a kid because we didn't get the cereal we wanted or whatever it is. And, where the luck in that is like, okay, your parent may be preventing you from ingesting contaminated food that's, high in sugar and going to ultimately lead to some sort of horrible health condition. And so, instead of being angry that we didn't get what we want, how can we find, as we mature and we grow, develop spiritually, how can we find the luck and the joy and the love in whatever in our life is unfolding? And how can we look at when we don't get what we want on the surface? How is that ultimately benefiting us in a long-term way? And where's the luck in this? So if you have any ideas about that concept and maybe you want to share some comment or a story about when you didn't get something that you thought you wanted and it actually ended up being in your favor, feel free to do so. I'd love to hear people's stories about this. But we're going to go ahead and continue on to the card reading. If you're going to be joining us and you really want to attune, I recommend a candle. I always light a candle before I do a card reading. I like to set sacred space. I also have this awesome magical crystal that I like to do. And sometimes I'll even burn a little Palo Santo, right? Just to kind of clear the energy, clear in the air, and call in the love and the light that we're really wanting to call in today for the reading that we're about to do. So, feels so good to be here with all of you. So we do a little clearing work. And I also love, one of my favorite self-love tools is also essential oils. This is a really good one from my friend, Essential Oiled Wizardry. Shout out to Dr. Nick. This company is out of Oregon. And this particular blend is called Purity. It's Oh, I lost you guys for a second. Okay, well, hopefully we have a good enough connection today. I'm just going to close a couple things. I just rubbed some of that wonderful sacred incense oil on myself. I'm just going to shut down a couple things so I don't have any interruptions. And then we're going to jump into this card reading. So, yeah, so sometimes with card readings, I like to just kind of do them for myself. But what I've discovered is when I do them for a collective, it's really interesting, the messages that come through. And what I've noticed with people tuning in live with me is that a lot of times what will happen is I'll notice certain things, or they'll notice certain. Just want to make sure that I'm still okay. I think we're still on. Hopefully the connection here is good and we don't lose each other. But if you can hear me and see me, just so I know that you can see me and hear me, please let me know in the comments. Okay, something's going on with the internet at my house, so I'm just doing a couple of things to try to make sure I don't lose you guys again. Okay, so I think we should be good now, but just let me know in the chat if you can see me and hear me. So here we go. Just gonna log out of all this other stuff here because it seems to be bogging my computer down and I'm losing connection. Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and do this card reading before I lose you guys again. So I got this deck. A friend of mine gave me this deck on the Sacred Portal Island of Hawaii. And so it's just like a really beautiful deck. The artwork is by this wonderful artist, Isabella Mariposa Galactica, and her work is just absolutely stunning. I highly recommend checking her out. And the actual book itself, the writings and the teachings are by a visionary oracle named Alana Fairchild. And I just feel so connected to her and to the artist that this is truly one of my favorite decks. And I truly feel that it's just one of the most powerful decks right now that I have. So, and just the one that I'm most aligned with right now. So as I've been working with Earthwalk, I've just really noticed myself attuning to the Earth Warrior energy. So when I do a collective card reading, I kind of just like to clear the deck of any residual energies. And all I'm doing is just thinking in my mind as I do it. Let it be clear and let any stagnation or energies that are no longer serving, may they be dissolved, right? I kind of imagine them kind of dissolving out of the bottom of the deck. And I allow any good light or love-filled energies to actually come in and infuse the cards and the message for us for today. And these are a little bit of a longer reading, so stay tuned and make sure to rewatch the video if you jump in live or jump in late. And then I kind of like to say, okay, is it clear? And if it says yes, I'm like, okay. And then what I do is actually cut the deck 3 times. And so shout out to all of our 333 moments of peace friends. 2, 3. And then after I do 3 cuts, I ask, is this my card on the top? And I'm getting, so it's funny, the last time I did an 11/11 event, I got cut the deck 11 times. So I'm actually getting, I need to cut it a few more times. So I cut it 3 times. So we're going to do 11-time cut. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, And lucky number, angel number 11. All right, now I'm getting a yes, this is my card. So let's see what we get today. Ooh, okay, so this is the card. It reads Alakoa, Spirit of the Warrior. It's number 34. Card number 34. It's just a really beautiful design. And it has a butterfly at the top, which I just absolutely adore. And it's got these beautiful hands outreached, right? Outstretched. And he has this wonderful bird, kind of bird energy. Can't tell if it's he or she. Most of these are all goddesses, so I imagine it may be a female. Let's find out more about Alakoa, number 34, the Spirit of the Warrior. And I have never drawn this card before. So this is truly a gift for myself to be tuning in live and to read a card that I haven't ever read before. But also it's all for, this card reading is for everybody watching right now and just for the collective in general. You know, what it's kind of like, what are the energies that we need to be opening our hearts and our minds to navigate, you know, the challenges and the joys of this present moment that we're living through. And, you know, how can we better attune to what messages the earth truly has for us? Okay, so this is the Spirit of the Warrior. Though you yearn for peace, you recognize that without truth, genuine peace can never be. Even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation, the need to set things right is strong in you. This is the inner drive of the spiritual warrior. The compelling soul needs to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. You will fight for these things because that is your way, spirit warrior. Trust, see, and feel the positive impact that you are making in the world. You are relentless, and the divine is within you. And the divine is within all of you. I mean, that's really the point, you know, of a collective reading, is just to remember that the divine is within us, and we can channel it and we can open our hearts to it whenever we seek help or support. And a card reading is a really great way to do that. Austin, oh, hey. So I've got friends tuning in. So fun just to see everybody here, and please, you know, feel free to comment in the chat if you'd like to tune in. So we're going to go deeper into the reading. So the next phase is the inner reading part of the reading, and it says, do not give up. If you feel hopeless, despair, defeat, or frustration, and you wonder if it is really worth it, place your mind in the heart of your heart. I just wanted to pause after that. Place your mind in the heart of your heart. Wow, that's a profound thought, or like how to do that, right? How do you do that? Place your mind in the heart and your heart and awareness of what is inspiring you. So what is inspiring you is the question. Do you feel alone on your quest? Look for the legions of beings in spirit and upon the earth that fight alongside you, fearless and ferocious with love. Be lifted by your fellow spirit warriors, beloved one. Feel the joy of their love and unity within you. You have access to the divine power that conquers any obstacle, wins every battle, and secures every victory. And I feel really connected to that last line about winning the spiritual battle and securing the victory, because my last name in French, my real last name, means battle in French. And so anytime I read, you know, this kind of line about the spiritual warrior going into battle, I just feel so like, yes, this is me, you know. And I hope that, you know, maybe some of you guys can resonate with that too. My fellow light warriors on the planet and earth warriors. Here's the spiritual guidance for today. From the fierce Hawaiian Koa tradition of warriors comes the word Alakoa, which means to cultivate the spirit of the warrior. Inherent in this code is service to a greater cause than the individual ego. For the Earth Warrior, this means a community, cause, or country. For the Spirit Warrior, service to higher consciousness itself. For the Spirit Warrior, love is the inspiration, the purpose for the battle, and the only way to win the war. Joy is a sign that the Spirit Warrior is tuned into Source. For that is the frequency which lets us know when we are in divine presence. Powerful, powerful stuff there. So your ability to tap into joy and feel the frequency of joy is basically how we have an indication and a knowingness that we are actually tuned in with Source, is what this is sharing. And I think that that's a powerful thought, you know. So how do you tune into joy is my question, and what brings you joy in your daily life? Drop us a comment. You know, I'd love to hear what you do in your daily life to tune into the frequency of joy, because I know that that's something that a lot of my friends do and have different ways of doing. So share with us how you tune in to joy in the comments. I'd love to learn more about what my friends are doing there. Okay, so it says, as soon as we are in the grip of darkness, joy disappears. Although the Spirit Warrior will experience emotions such as anger, grief, and fear, there is recognition that the ability to conquer lies in the present moment, and that fear comes from negative fantasies about the future. In disciplining the mind and nurturing the soul with spiritual light, the Spirit Warrior learns how to manage emotional content so that it becomes possible to be fully present. The Spirit Warrior doesn't have a violent soul, but does have a powerful energy and a great need to put that energy to good use as an effective action-oriented presence for higher consciousness on Earth. The Spirit Warrior within you needs to feel that your life is dedicated to something meaningful and magnificent, to witness the powerful difference that you are creating through your actions. Don't allow others to stop you from unleashing this beautiful divine masculine spirit power in your mind, your soul, or the world. We need you. We do need you. And I just wanted to remind everybody watching that everybody here and everybody, period, we need you right now. Like, it is so important to be cultivating your inner joy and your inner light and be letting the light in, because it is the collective power that synergizes, that changes worlds. And as we can all see, as we look around us, there are some changes that are amidst, that need to be made, and that we can only make by focusing in inner and really dropping our mind into our heart. So we need you. We need men and women who can surrender to the guiding wisdom of a higher power and get things done. The moment you deny yourself the right to be bold, present, practical, and engaged with the world through your spiritual truth, your mind has begun repressing the warrior energy within you. Maybe it's your own mind that tells you that you shouldn't make waves, or that being spiritual means never causing a ruckus, or that you should just be peaceful and let go, even though you know it is your heart and not your ego that is crying out for you to hold on to. Maybe others are saying you feel too much, or you should protect yourself and switch off from worrying about things that you can't change. Let your voracious warrior gobble up such lies and use them to intensify your passionate willingness to act. If you try to repress the bold, dynamic vitality of the Spirit Warrior within, then it cannot function as it is meant to, and becomes distorted. I love how the word distorted just became totally distorted. I love that. What's a word? Everything, what's in a word? Words are super magical. Signs of distorted warrior energy include the eruption into inexplicable aggression towards others, with cold judgment and scathing criticism, or towards yourself in self-defeating, self-sabotaging, self-harming behaviors, in violent dreams, and in feelings of having one's hands tied, needing to do something and yet feeling held back. If joy isn't cultivated, then the warrior energy can become dark and coercive, where despair leads to loss of integrity, and the ends justify any means. True spirit warriors eschew such spiritual lawlessness. They have compassion for all people, especially those tainted by the forces of hate. They know that it is a lower consciousness that they are fighting against, and that the people damaged by it are in need of spiritual truth and fierce compassion. If a spirit warrior tries to fight from a place of despair and darkness, doubt and hate, the battle will become destructive to their soul. When you fight for love from a place of joy, spirit warrior, the battle opens your beautiful, fierce heart. It uplifts your mind and empowers your soul, and the might of divine grace that accomplishes all pursuits and wins every war. Okay, so that was the reading. And there's one more piece of this. It's the healing process. And I've got Tammy saying, ooh, reading. She's loving it. So I just wanted to say thank you for those who are still watching with me. And I know that this is a longer reading, but it's so powerful. And it's really powerful medicine right now to just sit and just to absorb and to honor your sacred self. So if you can give yourself the time to really listen and to really tune into this last piece, this is the healing process. And this is actually a piece where if you're out there, you can say it aloud, right? So what it says is state your warrior's creed aloud. So we're going to be declaring something together. And you'll notice the tone that I take is maybe a little different with this. And I want you to kind of just hear that and hear the ferocious warrior energy kind of coming through. Okay, so state your warrior's creed aloud. The enemy shall never grip me. I shall never be overcome. I am led and protected by the greatest of all spirit warriors who lead love's army. My steps in the world are fierce with compassion and love in action. I waver not, for I am the conqueror over darkness, spirit-born and empowered by the sacred. I embody the truth for which I fight. I am defended, uplifted, and renewed. My hands are ever open to the replenishing power of grace. Great Spirit delivers all necessary might. Divine love's prophecy is read, spoken, enacted in all realms. If love has not yet won, then the battle is not yet over. And so I rise. And that is the end of our healing process for today. So wow, what a powerful spiritual warrior that we, the energy that we attuned to, and just a really magical moment to share with all of you today. I hope you enjoyed this 11/11 moment of love, and I hope to tune in with you all very soon. If you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I am Butterfly Brielle on Instagram, and that's where I'm directing most of my traffic these days in terms of connecting with me, because I have everything there. And that's kind of where I've been really putting most of my focus on social media. But I do quite a bit of lives. I'll actually be doing another live later on today, specifically focused on the 1111 Unified Community Network, which is something that we're really excited about at the 1111 Unify, over in the 1111 Unify world. And I'll also be doing another 1111 Moment of Love tomorrow with Anastar Makha, the mother of 1111 Unify. So tune in tomorrow, and we're just going to spread the love. Thank you, Tammy, for tuning in today. And thank you for everyone for tuning in, and anyone who watches this later that has any love to share, feel free to drop a heart or something to let me know that you got the message and you attuned to the frequency of the love inside of yourself and the warrior, the spiritual earth warrior energy. Much love to everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to put another little heart up that people are commenting, and I hope to connect with all of you very soon.